one of those finalists joins us now on SportsCenter, Maya Moore, joining us. Maya, what does this mean to that little girl who was shooting baskets, dreaming hoop dreams as a kid?
Man, it's pretty surreal. It's not something I necessarily was aware of as that 8-year-old little girl shooting in the driveway, but it's just humbling to look up and just to look around and to see, especially the people that I'll be going in with, hopefully. And that is, it's just a really overwhelming feeling.
One of them is Sue Bird, a fellow Husky. What does it mean to potentially go in with her?
Today, we've got some exciting news. Maya Moore, a WNBA legend, recently opened up about one of the biggest names in college basketball today, Caitlin Clark, and the future of women's basketball. If you're a basketball fan, you're definitely going to want to hear what she had to say about the next generation of talent. Let's be real. Maya Moore is one of the most influential figures in women's basketball. She's been at the forefront of the game for years, dominating the WNBA, winning championships, and becoming a major advocate for social justice.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just remember being the baby on the national team back in 2010 and just being in awe of players like Sue and Tamika and now just to be counted as like a peer of theirs is just so cool.
Some other things going on in women's college basketball and women's basketball in general that I wanted to get your thoughts on. Another fellow Husky, Diana Taurasi, announced her retirement recently. What did she mean to the game?
Caitlin Clark, on the other hand, has taken the college basketball world by storm with her incredible scoring ability, particularly her deadly three-point shooting. What makes this even more interesting is that Caitlin Clark has been vocal about how much Maya Moore has influenced her career. Clark has even said that Maya is her idol, and she compares her to the likes of LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Well, recently, Maya Moore took the time to speak about Caitlin and other rising stars, and her words will make any fan of women's basketball excited for the future of the game. Let's explore Maya Moore's perspective on Caitlin Clark, the next wave of talent, and the future of women's basketball. Maya Moore's legacy in women's basketball. For those of you who may not know, Maya Moore is a WNBA icon. She played for the Minnesota Lynx, where she won 4 championships and received multiple MVP honors.
Yeah, man, there's no one like Dee. It's just an experience. She is an experience, I'll say that. It's crazy too. I remember on my recruiting visit as a wide-eyed 18-year-old, or actually 17-year-old, and meeting Diana and Sue, and just the energy and the life that she brings to whatever room she's in, whatever team she's on. And I just remember as a young player looking up to Diana of how she carried herself always.
But Maya Moore is more than just a basketball player. She's a force for change. In 2019, she took a break from basketball to focus on criminal justice reform, helping to free Jonathan Irons, a man who had been wrongfully convicted. This bold move earned her respect from people all over the world and showcased that her influence went far beyond the court. Now, Maya Moore is looking at the current generation of women's basketball players and offering them advice and praise. In her recent interview, she spoke about the new wave of young talent that is taking over the game. The most notable of these players is Caitlin Clark, who has completely redefined how the game is played at the college level. Caitlin Clark, a superstar in the making. Caitlin Clark has already established herself as one of the best players in college basketball. She's known for her incredible shooting range, especially her ability to knock down three-pointers from virtually anywhere on the court.
In go mode, and that motor that she has, that energy that she has, it's infectious. And you couple that with the talent and the work ethic that she has, it was just an unbelievable career that she had.
There's so many players who cite you as an inspiration for their games, including Caitlin Clark, who's just absolutely a phenomenon in college, came into the WNBA with a whole lot of hype, lived up to it, and now she is ready to take the next step. What's that next step like for her?
You know, next steps, gosh, in this generation, right? You have, I think, just so many more challenges of how to handle yourself as an adult, right? You go through that whirlwind of being a senior in college, transitioning into the W, and then the next step is how to become just an even better leader. And so much of leadership, I think, is listening and learning. And hopefully the more she can get connected to vets in the league and just different people and coaches and anyone that she can glean wisdom from of how to just continue to learn how to be as a connected.
But what sets Clark apart is not just her shooting, it's her ability to take over games and make an impact on both ends of the floor. Her skills have earned her comparisons to some of the greatest basketball players of all time, and it's clear she has a bright future ahead of her. In the interview, Maya Moore reflected on the way Caitlin Clark has changed the game. She emphasized that Caitlin's ability to dominate on the court has shifted the conversation about women's basketball, making it even more exciting to watch. But Maya didn't just stop at praise. She also gave Caitlin some solid advice about what comes next. Leadership is essential, Maya said.
An inspiring leader as she can be. And a lot of that is walking the walk and not just talking the talk. So she's already on her way. But, continuing to have fun, continuing to anticipate how people are going to try to stop her and being prepared as she can be for next season.
One of our analysts, Andrea Carter, says when she watches Juju Watkins, she sees your game in Juju. When you watch Juju, what do you see?
She explained that as Caitlin transitions to the WNBA, she will have to learn to be not just a great player, but also a great leader. The next step for Caitlin is about continuing to grow as a leader, connecting with her teammates, and learning from the veterans in the league.
Expect that. Any thoughts at all? Thanks.
I know. Unfortunately, I don't. I love kids. I've loved kids since I was a kid, and so most times if a young person caught my eye, I was going to try to interact with them if I could. I probably have more memories of leaving Caitlin's age, as a 10-year-old and hugging a Cynthia Cooper or a, Cheryl Swoops. So it's just really, really cool to think about one of those little girls who became Caitlin Clark. So I think it just goes to show you when you...
Maya added, this advice reflects Maya's own journey in the WNBA. As someone who has always been a leader on and off the court, Maya understands that being successful in the league isn't just about your individual performance, it's about how you elevate those around you. The rising stars of women's basketball. While Caitlin Clark is undoubtedly the biggest name right now, there are several other young players who are making waves in the basketball world. In her interview, Maya Moore took the time to praise other rising stars, including Juju Watkins and Paige Bueckers. Juju Watkins has quickly gained attention for her versatile game and strong physical presence on the court. Maya compared Juju to herself, saying that both players share a similar ability to affect the game in multiple ways. Juju has the full package, Maya said. She's a strong, dynamic player who can contribute on both ends of the floor. But Maya also acknowledged that Juju, like any young player, still has room to grow, especially on defense.
Just do your best to be in the moment and treat people with kindness, and just be present when you can. It really makes a big difference. And looking at the type of person and leader that she can be with people was influenced by something that I did. And she can do the same for another little girl, little boy. It's just encouraging.
Maya, you talked about all the things you have going on in your life right now.
Another player Maya spoke about was Paige Bueckers, the talented guard from UConn. Paige has faced some challenges with injuries, but Maya has always been there to support her. Maya said that what stands out about Paige is her poise, even as a freshman. Paige is a leader. She's always thinking about the bigger picture and caring for others, as Maya explained. This mentality has helped Paige become one of the most respected players in college basketball. And Maya believes that Paige's leadership will only continue to shine as she matures in the game. The growth of women's basketball.
Man, Juju, first of all, just her physical body, right? She takes, looks like she takes really good care of her body to be strong, to be able to move, to be able to do different things on the court. I think that was one of my strengths, was there really wasn't an area of the game that I couldn't be pretty effective in. And so she's got the full package that way of looking like she cares about defense.
As Caitlin Clark and other rising stars continue to make their mark, it's clear that women's basketball is in good hands. The game is evolving, and with players like these leading the way, the sky's the limit for the future of the sport. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on all things basketball, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep supporting women's basketball, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out and shake the haters off.